Okay, our next feature, preventing double booking. So this is also going to be permission based. And the point here is we know your clinical staff are amazing, but definitely cannot be in two places at once. This new feature is going to help your schedulers avoid any potential overlaps or confusion. Again, we want to make sure that we catch all of this at the time of scheduling, not when you're already scrambling to try to figure out who's going to see your client, because your therapist definitely cannot see two clients at once. This is not a group session. So we're going to take a look at that on the schedule. This one is also going to be permission based. So your staff are going to need a special permission to be able to make sure that they're getting all of this set up correctly. So that if they needed to override because you wanted to go ahead and put it on the schedule, just to make sure while you're moving some things around that clients aren't losing their regular time slots as you're making adjustments. We understand that sometimes you will need to go ahead and double book them, or in the case of group therapy, they do need to be double booked. So we definitely want to have that override for you. This permission is going to allow that, but I'll definitely show you what it looks like when it comes up when you are trying to schedule a provider for 2 appointments at the same time, and what that override option looks like. And then we'll take a look at where it is in the permissions module. So you can see I already have an appointment here on the calendar for 10:45 a.m. This is with our therapist, Amber Smith. So we're going to go ahead and try to attempt to schedule another appointment right at the same time here. So let's go ahead for Miss Amber. We're going to use Monica again. Let's go ahead, put her in here. We want to use this code. Even though we're just doing it for 15 minutes because it's overlapped, we're still going to get the warning down here at the bottom. So you can see it tells us this appointment overlaps the following appointment on the primary provider schedule. It's going to give us the full length of the appointment that provider is already scheduled for. And because I do have the permission turned on, I have the option to accept the overlap issue outlined above and keep going with the scheduling. So again, this is just giving you the warning up front at the time of scheduling so you know that there is an issue that needs to be looked at. So let's take a look at where that lives in the permissions module. I'm going to go ahead and run down to my scheduling manager, permissions, it is in scheduling, schedule overlapping appointments. This is going to allow your schedulers to schedule those overlapping appointments. Like I said, in the instance of group therapy, that's something you would definitely need to schedule them overlapped for. Okay, so some key points to remember here. You're just going to want to make sure if you're using this to restrict scheduling, you want to ensure that providers have only one appointment at a time. You set it up via the permissions module. Make sure you give them that permission. It's the schedule overlapping appointments permission.